The neighborhood loved Halloween. Each year, kids dressed up, pumpkins lined porches, and laughter echoed through the night. But this time, something or rather someone stood in the way. Karen, the self-appointed rule enforcer, decided Halloween was not allowed. She claimed it disrupted peace, created hazards, and lowered property values. Her email blasts landed in every inbox, dripping with authority she didn't truly have. Parents rolled their eyes, but worry spread. Would trick-or-treating be ruined? Would costumes go unseen? The fear wasn't about ghosts, it was about one woman trying to cancel an entire tradition. Karen doubled down with printed notices taped to mailboxes. She warned of consequences for anyone who participated, though she never clarified what those consequences would be. Her hostility soured what should have been a festive season. Some neighbors considered skipping decorations altogether. Others whispered that Karen would probably patrol the streets herself. But beneath the frustration, a quiet resistance was brewing. Halloween wasn't just about candy, it was about community. And if Karen thought she could erase it with a few nasty words, she was about to learn that neighbors could be far scarier than skeletons on a lawn. The first signs of rebellion were subtle. A single jack-o'-lantern appeared on a porch, glowing defiantly in the night. Then another house strung up orange lights. Soon, pumpkins multiplied like wildfire across the block. Karen stomped from door to door, taking pictures, muttering about evidence. But the neighbors only smiled wider. Parents began exchanging plans in hushed tones, determined to save the holiday. It wasn't just about decorations anymore. It was about standing up to a bully. Karen wanted silence, but instead, she was fueling a storm that would erupt on Halloween night in spectacular fashion. Behind the scenes, the neighbors organized. A few dads hauled out speakers. Moms gathered extra candy. Teens volunteered to set up haunted house effects. Word spread like wildfire. If Karen tried to ban Halloween, they would throw the biggest block party the neighborhood had ever seen. Excitement grew, and anticipation buzzed in every household. Even families from nearby streets heard whispers of a secret Halloween rebellion. Karen patrolled with her clipboard, writing imaginary violations. But the more she threatened, the more determined everyone became. The stage was set. Halloween night would either end in silence or in history. Finally, Halloween arrived. As the sun dipped, the cul-de-sac came alive. Fog machines hissed, carved pumpkins flickered, and laughter echoed louder than ever before. Kids in costumes darted between houses while parents handed out candy from decorated driveways. As the air smelled of popcorn and roasted marshmallows, music thumped from hidden speakers, turning the street into a carnival of defiance. Karen emerged, red-faced, shouting about rules no one recognized. But this time, no one listened. Every door opened wider. Every decoration glowed brighter. The neighborhood had chosen unity over fear, and Karen's voice was drowned in the sound of celebration. Karen marched to the center of the street, trying to shut everything down. She snapped pictures, threatened to call the authorities, and waved her clipboard like a sword. But no one moved. Instead, a group of neighbors rolled out a projector, displaying spooky movies on the side of a garage. Children squealed with joy, parents cheered. Karen stood frozen, realizing her power was gone. The harder she tried to stop it, the bigger the party grew. Her threats, once feared, now looked laughable. She hadn't banned Halloween, she had accidentally inspired the greatest version the block had ever seen. By the time police arrived, called, of course, by Karen, they found nothing wrong. Kids were safe, candy was plentiful, and the neighbors were simply enjoying themselves. The officers even complimented the decorations before driving off. Karen was left sputtering. Her clipboard clutched tightly as she stormed back inside. The crowd erupted in cheers. Music turned louder, games filled the street, and parents toasted with cider under the glow of string lights. Halloween hadn't just survived, it had thrived. And Karen, the woman who tried to ban it, had unintentionally united the neighborhood in a way nothing else ever had. When the night ended, the street looked magical. Candy wrappers sparkled in the grass, laughter lingered in the air, and children fell asleep dreaming of monsters and ghosts. The block party became legend, retold year after year. Karen's attempt to ban Halloween backfired so spectacularly that the tradition grew even stronger. Every October afterward, neighbors planned earlier, decorated bigger, and celebrated louder. Karen remained bitter behind closed curtains, but she could never erase what had been built. What started as a threat ended as triumph. In the end, Halloween wasn't just saved, it became unstoppable.